Welcome back to talkSPORT Endzone, talkSPORT's dedicated NFL YouTube channel. I'm Wolvani here in Munich, Germany, building up to a big game this weekend. Week 10 fast upon us as the Carolina Panthers take on the New York Giants at the Allianz Arena. Pleasure to say I'm joined by a player who has really stood out on the Panthers defense this year. A cornerback, shut down the Saints last week, didn't even allow a catch. Mr. Jaycee Horn, cornerback for the Panthers, joins me now. JC, thank you so much for joining me. Look, how excited are you, not just to be here in Germany for this game on Sunday as well?
Yeah, man, I appreciate you. I'm glad to be here. It's my first time really being out of the country, period. It's going to be fun. I'm going to move around a little bit tonight, try some new food, maybe go shopping a little bit. So, I'm excited to be here. And excited to be playing my first game here.
We're at the Bayern Munich training ground here. The game is at the Allianz Arena as well. Are you a soccer fan? Is there a team that maybe you support, or is that a bad question to really kick off with?
I play a lot of FIFA. Well, I did play a lot of FIFA. I stopped playing maybe like a year or two ago. But, so I'm familiar with it a little bit because y'all had, I think the last good player I used on Bayern Munich was Lewandowski here?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I remember him being here. I think he played with was it Barcelona now?
Yep, yeah.
So I follow it a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm a Messi guy. So man, I follow it.
Well, football's a big sport here, but also the other type of football, the guys that you play, is also a huge sport here. This is the fourth international game, the NFL that's been here in Germany. Just talk to me about coming here, to Germany off the back of that win last week against the Saints. How big was that victory, just to build some momentum coming here as well?
It was a super big win just because, one, they're a divisional opponent. So anytime you get those games, you mark them on the schedule, you start because it's a big game. And they actually beat us week 1 of the season. So it was good. We can go out there last week, get a win, and split 1-1 with them. And we knew we was going to be out here coming to Germany, so we wanted to have the energy right. We wanted to win so we could enjoy the long flight. And, hopefully we could follow this week up with a win, or last week up with a win, and, go into the bye week, 2-0, how we looking at it.
In terms of that momentum and building it, how frustrating has it been? Obviously, you're a player who's so competitive. You want to go out there and win every week. You don't want there to be a losing culture. How frustrating has that been? Has there been conversations within the locker room already this year about trying to get a winning habit going within this organisation?
Yeah, man. As a competitor, it's always tough and frustrating when you're losing. No matter where you're at, what team you're on, it's tough when you lose. And we've been losing since I got here, so it's definitely extremely frustrating. But I know Coach Canales is putting all the pieces together right now. We're trying to build a culture, and like you said, have the right guys in the locker room to set the standard. And I feel like we keep doing that, and getting good ball players in here. Eventually it'll turn around for us.
You said there about Dave Canales. Talk to me a little bit. Give me a bit of insight to him as a head coach, because this is a guy who hasn't shied away from making bold decisions already in his short tenure as a head coach. What's he like? How's he offering you as a player that leadership and really helping you improve your game as well?
He's a great leader. The main thing, I like about Coach is just he's the same guy every day. Whether we win a game, lose a game, we come watch the film Monday, and, he got the same message in the team meeting. Let's get back on our workhorse. And then we come back Wednesday, it's just a new week. He not, because a lot of coaches, when you start losing, they just sad around the facility. It bring the team morale down once you see the leader, being sad or down or whatever. But, he's the same guy every day, and, he makes it a joy coming to work every week, even though we've been struggling this year, just keeping the energy high. So that's what I love about him. He just keep the energy high. He's the same guy, and he's going to demand the best out of you every day.
I mentioned there he's made bold decisions already. That decision to bench Bryce Young early on in the season. I wanted to ask you a bit about Bryce and, obviously bouncing back, a huge win, game-winning drive last week against the Saints.
Yeah.
Just instilling must be huge on confidence for him. Just tell me a little bit about the leadership that you've seen from Bryce, especially coming off the back of already a bit of a turbulent start to this season for him.
Yeah, man. Same thing I said. I always say about Bryce, man. He's the same guy. When he was benched, he was still coming in early, putting in the work, staying late. And when he got his opportunity again, we seen what he did. Won us a football game. And we got a lot of confidence in him, man. Bryce is him. He was a top player in the nation in high school. Went to Alabama, won there. Was a Heisman there, the #1 pick. that type of stuff don't happen on accident. So, you know, it's always tough coming into this league as a rookie. You know, the level of competition rises, especially, you know, at the quarterback position. That's the hardest position on the field. But, you know, in the world we live in now, it's like instant gratification. They think guys can just come in and, you know, be an MVP right away. And it don't work like that. But, you know, like I said, Bryce is him, man. He didn't win on every level. He got a lot of awards, and I'm sure he's going to do it on the NFL level as well.
How hard is that for somebody to come into the league? You know, as a rookie, you mentioned there that expectation that comes with, you know, coming into the league and almost you should hit the ground running.
Yeah.
It feels like maybe we judge players way too quickly than we should weeks into the season, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what fans were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a deeper outlook on the game because, man, a lot of stuff going into playing good. You know, who your players around you, what scheme you drafted into, just the culture of the organization you drafted into. So it takes a minute to get adjusted. And for some guys, you know, they go into the perfect situation and they might, you know, ball out their rookie year. And especially like when they see other guys in your position balling out, it's like, oh, this guy's a bust. All right, we should have got this guy. But man, yeah, it's different for every player, man. Going into the league, it's off scheme, coaches, players around you. It's so much that go into playing good that, you know, some fans I think don't understand. So, yeah, man, that's just how I go.
I have to ask you about you and your start to this season, impressing so many people. And this is a season where I know you were asked a bit about it this week within the media, but the GM, Dan Morgan, coming out basically saying, and you know, teams were interested in trading for you, but those calls declined straight away. No interest.
Yeah.
The Panthers want to keep you. How special is that to know that this organization believes in you that much?
Extremely special, extremely special. You know, this organization, you know, took a chance on me, drafted me, you know, changed my life. So I want to pay it all back to them. You know, I always said I want to, you know, end my career where I start my career. And like I said, the Panthers took a chance on me, and that's where I want to be for the rest of my career, you know, Lord's willing. So, you know, hopefully I could just, you know, keep playing good and, you know, let the chips fall where they may.
Drafted here, you know, drafted for the Panthers back in 2021. Does Carolina feel like home?
Yeah, man, it does, because I went to the University of South Carolina, and that's like an hour and maybe 10 minutes from my house in Charlotte. And you know, I'm from Georgia, and that's 3.5 hour drive. So ever since I left high school, I've been in the Carolinas, man. So it's definitely home to me. And yeah, man, like I said, I want to be a Panther for life.
Final couple of questions from myself. I just wanted to ask about the game this weekend. In particular, one wide receiver for the Giants is going to be getting a lot of attention, and that's Malik Neighbors. I just wanted to get your verdict on what you've seen from him and the challenge that he poses to you doing your job on game day on Sunday.
Yeah, he's a good receiver, man. Kind of similar to that, you know, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson mold out of LSU. You know, they put good receivers out, and he another one. You know, he got big playability, could take the top off the defense. You know, got incredible ball skills. It's gonna be a fun matchup. You know, I'm excited for it.
And then finally, Sunday, say the Panthers win, like you say, going into the bye 2-0. How do you plan on celebrating that journey back?
Man, we just gonna be turned up on a plane, man. I don't wanna talk too soon, but it's a long flight, so we definitely want to get a win, and that'll make the plane ride a little smoother for sure going into the bye week.
Well, look forward to seeing how it all plays out on Sunday. Jaycee, thank you so much for joining us here on talkSPORT. All the best for the game.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.